Hello folks, I'm just having a bit of a workout, like, you know, for tonight's watch, like, you know, so like we'll go to the down view and we will take a see what's going on there. So, what do we have? What did I need to pump my arm up for? Like, you know, it's working. 6:35. Oh yes. Date. The only thing I've got to do is I've got to fit the crown, so I've got to trim the stem down because I had to make a stem up out of extenders. Now this is where's me thingy? We're going to do this the proper way tonight, the way it should be done. So, diameter of this . 52.58 millimeters. You can see that. Yep. With crown, .93 millimeters. Height 16.27 meters, and using the whatchamacallit, .25.82. But it's not uniform because some part of it is 26. It's a 26 mil lug to lug. So there you go. Let's just put that down there. Loom. Let's just give it a zap with the old thing. Sorry, I've got a cat problem going on down here as well. The baby has come out of the box, like, you know, and he's being a bit, like, you know, yeah, that's a bit more charged. Look at that. I woke up this morning, I've been putting this off, like, you know, and I just got hold of the movement. I took the old hands off. Stuck the new movement up against the dial, put the new hands on with me pushers, like. And there we go. How about that for a monster watch? If it gets around to bloody focusing. Alright. Now the movement cost for this, now I haven't got the gold plated one, and I haven't changed the plate on the back plate over because it doesn't fit. Slightly different because, like, the pattern for the steel ones is slightly different to the pattern for the gold plated ones. So that's the old one. And would you believe it, right? I took it all apart, like, you know, as I took it out, this tiny little screw that's in here somewhere, like, you know, where is he? He's just there. You can see him, right? it fell out from somewhere in there. Or was it somewhere in there? It may have been somewhere in there. And of course, started ticking again. It's like, ah! Oh, there you go. Like, now the movement inside this cost from Cousins £13 with delivery, which I thought was quite reasonable. Will you stop? Now this is the Invicta Russian Diver. It's got a canteen crown, as you can see. That's what gives it that 62mm width. I've got it on this soppy NATO, which I don't like, but I haven't got many 26mm things. So I am on the hunt now for a 26mm bracelet. I want a bracelet with this. Let's have it with a comparison with another well-known one. Right. As you can see, like, it's a lot bigger than the TW Steels. I don't know if you can see that. Like, it is probably about 2mm diameter or bigger than the TW Steels. So I like it. It is a beast of a watch, like, you know. And I mean, I was wearing it the day out, like, you know, and that's why I don't like these canvas NATOs. Oh, it wind me up. Right. This lady on the checkout in Asda, she was going like, you know, oh, like your watch, isn't it funny? You know, she goes, what's all those words mean? Like, I said, this is an Invicta Russian Diver, based on the 1959's Lathaus sort of era Soviet diving watch. You can buy Lathaus still today. They have Vostok movements in, like, and they cost about £600 just for a basic bronze one, because the Lathaus were bronze, not steel. Because like bronze reacts better in salt water. There we are. It is a bloody fingerprint magnet. It's got Invicta signing on the left hand side of the case. It's got a little dinky chain, whereas the TW Steel has a link. That's how I like it. So let's go to the up view and we'll do some more.
A few moments later.
Excuse me. Now you can see what I mean about monster. Look at that. It actually feels positive on the wrist, like, you know, like, whereas some of the other, like, what I call big ones, they don't feel quite as heavy as this one. It's because this one is solid steel, like, as opposed to the other ones which are aluminium. Like this is all steel, right? Stainless steel, very good quality stainless steel, polishes up beautiful. Right. This is giving it a polish, like, you know. It is a bloody fingerprint magnet. It really is. Now, this has cost me in total £43. Like, I don't think I done one. It's a shame it didn't have the original bracelet, like, you know. But I mean, I don't want to go with the strap rather of this. I want to go with the bracelet. Like, you know, I like bracelets. I don't like straps. Let's have a quick catcher. Still going. The size is different. Like, you know, look. I mean, you could fit 5 of those in there. Still going. I've had some wear out of. I've put that one away actually. No, I was wearing this one, like, you know, yesterday and the day before, like. So, I mean, This is what you call the canteen crown. It is basically, it's an anti-leak device. What happens is when you seal that up, it seals the stem and the crown. Right, and it's because it's like a, you know, like canteen. It's like a hollow in there, like where the crown end goes into. That's why they call it canteen. Right, you know. The Russians and the Americans both fight over who invented the canteen crown, and there's evidence to support both. But you know, I'm a Soviet person, so like, you know, my money's on, like, you know, the Soviets, like, simply because it's the sort of thing that they would do, simply because, you know, CW Steels is a Dutch brand, surprisingly enough. Look at that. You know, you can see the difference. The lume on this is something called Tritnite. It's a tritium powder mixed in with superluminovia, and the glass is flame fused quartz, like, which I don't know if that's any better or any worse than sapphire or mineral or anything like that. Whereas this one, actually, if you look, it has actually got a big chunk of plate glass on top of it. Like, this one has actually got quite, you know, quite a good waterproofing. So there you go. Like, I'm not complaining, like, you know, because like the price of one of these new is a lot more, like, you know, than what I paid for it. So will you be quiet, little Alba? Alba's being a bit of a what's it at the moment. He's just eaten. Get down, Verity. Get down. He's just eaten his first food. I cooked up some chicken livers from Asda's, like, you know, chopped them up really, really finely, because, like, you know, cats have only got little teeth and little mouths, and Gimli, like, poor thing, and Gilly both have, like, missing teeth problems. So I really chop it up into, like, you know, like crumbs almost. And I put down some on the bed where Verity was, like, washing the baby, and she left a little bit left for him, and he just went over and started eating it. I mean, last few days I've been fighting to get food into him, like, you know, because he's way past weaning, but he don't want the cat food, like, he don't want the kitten milk, like, but he did like the liver, and he's munched it, and he's eaten about, what's it, 2 tablespoons worth, which I think is just about right, you know, of very finely granulated chicken liver. And he had his little shake, it was like this, you know, which all kittens do. When you wean a kitten, when they first have their solids, right, they all shake. It's a shock to the system. Nobody knows why, you know. So there you go, little bit of cat lore there going on, like, you know. If you ever have any questions about cats or anything, breeding, like, you know, looking after them or anything like that, you know, you know, I've been doing this all my life, like, looking after the babies, like. I love them. I think cats are awesome. You know, I mean, you know, I know their body language, I know their cries, what their meows mean, what the purrs mean, the pawing. You know, I mean, if you can get your cat to start doing the pawing on you, like, you know, you've got that cat in such a state of ecstasy that, you know, they are replicating the same warm feeling as a newborn kitten feels when they're with their mother. Like, you know, and that is an incredible thing to do. Like, you know, the fact is that cat is in absolute ecstasy, like, you know, absolute happiness, warm, happy, just in a really good place. Like, you know, so, you know, and I mean, a lot of people, what happens is when they put their claws in, because like a cat needs with claws, right, they go, get off, like, you know, and what happens is the cat doesn't do it again, because it, you know, it doesn't want to do it anymore, because it's now associated that nice thing with something negative. So, you know, if a cat does accidentally claw you, whatever you do, don't punish it. Like, you know, I mean, Gilly, I mean, he's put holes in my legs, like, while I've had blood, like, pouring down, like, you know. If a boy cat, like, puts their paws and claws onto your legs, or and you're like, you know, seems to, like, you know, like rake your legs or thing, they're not doing anything other than marking you as their human, because they've got in their pads, in their paws, they've got scent glands, and they are telling other cats, this is my human, stay off. And it is a really, really incredible thing that they're doing. And of course, the first thing people do is, get off your cat, like, you know. And of course, they don't do it again because, like, you know, they've been rejected. And, you know, and a lot of cats will move out because of stuff like that. I mean, I did shout at Verity today. I mean, I just woken up. My head's full of cotton wool and sheep and everything, like, you know. And, like, I'm in the kitchen. She's like cribbing and cribbing and cribbing for food, like, even though there's plenty of food, drink, and everything else down for them. Like, in the end, I just, like, you know, I said, I am not bloody putting up with this, Verity, like, you know. And I really gave her a telling off, and she went flying out the bathroom window, and she didn't come back for 20 minutes. Like, you know, and then she came back and said sorry, like, you know, because, I mean, she was just constant at me all the time, and I couldn't think, you know, I mean, and the last thing, you know, never ever hit a cat, like, you know, a cat will never forgive you for it. You don't need to use violence. The worst thing you need to use is a strong tone, or, like, you know, like, I mean, not talking about foghorn sort of shouting, but, like, you know, stern words and a waggly finger is all you need with a cat. You know, because if you do hit them, you actually emotionally harm them, and they're very fragile cats emotionally. And, you know, if you hit a cat, they'll put up with it the first time, maybe the second time, the third time they'll just leave. You know, because they are getting a message that you don't want them and they're not welcome anymore, and that is why cats leave home. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. Last shot at the Russian monster. You know, this is going to be a wearer. You know, oh yeah, I never showed how I used my little ornate pusher set. It's a bit grubby, but, like, you know, it's brilliant just using it. Just put it on, push, put it on, push, put it all back it goes. There we are. Russian Diver, I mean, these are exactly the same as the Russian Diver 1959s that Invicta sell. Like, you know, these have got Ronda 6003B Swiss movements in. They're not Japanese, they're Swiss. Like, a gold-plated movement for these are £26 from Cousin, and the steel plate, or silver, you know, the steel ones that aren't gold-plated are £13. You know, I don't mind £13. You know, I would have gone for the 26, but, like, you know, I've just had to buy a an NVMe hard drive from a computer, like 81 quid. Right, because, like, one of these things that you have that tells you your computer's, like, working or not working at, he said, but did you know that your main hard drive is 9 years old, and it has got, like, you know, 10,000 and something hours logged on it or something. Still good, but, like, you know, 9 years old, like, whoops. So, like, I thought myself, right, disabilities coming in, like, you know, and like, you know, I sponsored for a an NVMe 1 terabyte hard drive. Like, you know, it's a good one. It's a 2280 spec, very fast RAM, NAND RAM or something. I don't know what it is. Like, I do like that. Like, you know, that is a, I mean, this is what you know, when I think of a Soviet watch, this is what I think of. You know, that is just a bit. So there you go. I think that's worth £43 of anybody's money. Like, you know, I've got some railway stuff coming in, like, you know, I've been reaching out to modern people as well online. Found, like, there's this website called Peter's Spares, or, you know, he's got loads of stuff to fix up anything, like, you know, so that's all going ahead. Like the model railway, like, I've got to change the battery over tomorrow on the Reliant before I go and get my tablets. So, you know, there's some Reliant stuff coming, there's some Vespa stuff coming, there's some model railway stuff coming. Like, you know, you will like what I'm going to be doing with the model railway. So, you know, Invicta Russian Diver, Trick Night, Flame Fuse, Quartz, Canteen Crown, Monster says good night. I say good night. The cats say squeak and meow good night. And I will see you in the next one. Oh yeah, I forgot double thumbs up.
Как родная меня мать провожала.